it's James from Finn Electrical, and today we're doing some EV chargers. What do you think, Finn?
Spot on.
Look at that. Right then, so we're starting at this property then. We're fitting this zappy charger. So we've got this to fit on that wall up there. So we're going to get a cable all the way around to the fuse board. So it should be an interesting one. So we've got a 6mm, it's called EV Ultra. So what that is, it's got 3 cores of 6mm and it's got a data cable in. So basically, if you didn't run that one, you'd have to run a separate data cable on the side of the cable. So it's in with the cable, so it looks nice and neat, just one cable going around. So what we've got to do is run it around from here. It's got to come down, come round, under this flag. We'll have to lift that up, all the way around, through another flag. Come through there, round here, and then we're going to bust through there, and then other side of this fence. You see that? We're going to go into that meter box, and we're going to put a little fuse board in there. So it'll be a Type A RCD we're fitting in there, and that will do the charger. I'll have to nick the mains power off that little box where your main cables come in. So I think that's best bet. Alright, so we're just going to crack on now then. So there's a few runs to run in. So what we're doing now is just getting the broom, laying it across this path. So we're going to come under here. So we're going to drill a 25mm long bit through the path, drill from this side, meet the hole. So we use the broom to make sure you get the right angle. And then what we're going to do is push it through and then get him round. And do it same again for that flag down there. Yeah, that's gone through nicely then. So we've got the cable run. So that will just nip round and we'll get this tied up after. A few rocks to go over there, so you won't see that. We'll get this nip round to the fuse board next. Alrighty then, so what we've done, we've got that cable in, so that's looking beautiful. You can't see anything really, look. It's all dug in. Take that over, mate. Right, so what we're doing now, we're going to wire up the zapper. So what I've done is just fixed it, just to get the zapper where we want it. Because I didn't want to mess up the little hood that holds the cable, the charging cable. So what we're going to do now, let's fit this little hood. So this will fit over the back. Like so. There we go. So we'll get some screws in the back of that, that'll fit up like that. We'll get it fixed again, and then what we will do is get a hole and get it wired up. Right, we're just going to drill a little hole in the bottom for his cable to come into. There we go. So then, we've got this little armoured cable to come in, so we'll gland that off. So we're not going to export the earth because there's something called pen fault detection. It stops your car being a big human fly zapper. So you bang line earth neutral into here, and then it's got this pen fault detection where it basically measures between neutral and earth, 70 volts. If it's greater than 70 volts, it will just cut the power to the car, so you haven't got a human fly zapper. There we go. Yeah, let's bang this in, we'll get him wired up, and then we'll show you the result. Random squirrel. Right then, so what we're going to do is get this wired up then. So, lost my Stanley knife. My Stanley knife's knocking about here. So we'll strip this data cable a bit, so what do you think? In fact, we'll leave a bit of length on him. We'll do a bit of tutorial on this there. So, a little Stanley around there, that should snap. And here's this little data cable that we're going to use for the CT. So what a CT is, it's a current transformer. So what that does is, hang on. Basically, I can't speak today. You put a clamp around the main cables, and it will basically induce a current using the magnet in the current transformer, and then this will pick up that. It'll pick up that. So when I can't speak today. The current used in your house, the current transformer will be induced to that, and this device will be able to use that information that the CT is giving it to tell you how much you use in the house. So the whole point of that is to make sure that you're not going to blow your main fuse. So say you only had like an 80 amp fuse, you got loads of stuff on in your house, double oven, hob, shower. This will see that and not charge at full whack and blowing your main fuse. We got there, Finn. Flipping heck. And then that's job done basically. So we'll get this wired up and the lid put on. Easy. Come closer for the snap. Oh, there we go. I didn't want to push it too hard. Yeah, get it around there, get it snapped in, lad.
Ready? Ready?
Yeah, let's get him in. Oh yeah, that clicked. Alrighty then. Right then, so what we're going to do, so we've just had a bit of munch. This is our Type A RCD. So it's only going to have a 40 amp breaker in. There we go, little B40 in there, and a little blank. So that'll slot in here nicely. We'll move it over. So this will mount here, like so. So we'll mount that there. 2 holes at the bottom. So we've got a little fuse board gland entry thing where it can accept 16mm tails, wherever Finn put them. So it's got 2 16mm holes and one for the 10mm. So we'll bank 10mm in here. We'll bang this double endly connector block. Open them up. Yeah. We'll bang this in here. Like this, right over here, I think will be best. Or maybe a little gap. And then what we can do is chop the cables, run that into the end of the connector block. From the end of the collector block again, it'll wire into the other side, and then we'll come out of here and wire up into the fuse board. Yeah then, so that's the plan. We're going to clip that cable. I don't know if I've already said that already. And what we'll do is come along, pull it here, kink it up, drill through here, and then run the cable backwards, up and in, and there we go. That's what we're doing. Here we go, so we're ready. We've got the fuse board. It's all glanded up, as you can see. Finn's doing a fine job clipping that cable.
Why do you go so close to my face?
What do you mean? Right, when you go close to your face. Right, so we'll get this in, and then what we'll do is get the cables up. So we've got, like we said, we've got the tails to cut, new tails to go in, and that's about it. So see you in a bit. On your phone, mate.
What's going on?
Well, I'm trying to mould this in, and it's a bit of a... Look at it. Oh, just cut my thumb. Right, nice. Bit tight in here, look at that. Right then, CT time then, so what we're going to do, direction of flow coming in, so this is going to point towards the flow, towards the fuse board essentially, but we need to put it on. If you have a look in here, so you've got the tails that are split into this board in the house, so it needs to go on the main tails coming in, so I'm going to rub this on here, like that, just clicks in like so. It's even got a little place for some tie wrap mounts. If you zoom right in, you can get a tie wrap around there and onto your cable. So we'll get that in a bit, but that's where that's going to go. And this is just going to shoot up, nip this hole here, and connect onto this cable. Remember orange and brown together for positive? Yeah. Thank you. There we go. So the CT is just going to sit there then. So we managed to get that up there, and then that just clamps onto there. So we'll get the lid on, get it labelled up. Get it tested, powered up, and I'm just going to connect it to the My Energy app. Right then, so we go. Wood chopper Finn. How much wood would a Finn chopper chop if a Finn chop wood?
No, it's how much wood can a wood chop could chop wood. Get out.
So, charger's on. So essentially, that's all working. But what you do is it's also measuring the usage of the house. You see that it says, can you even see this on this camera? Oh, right, I'm gonna go well close. That's the usage of the house at the moment. If you had solar panels, it'd be going backwards if it was sunny. If you had that function. So I'll just set the time and date. So you kind of go on, you go down to, where's it gone? Charger settings. So I can't do this while filming. Right then, press that button, down to charger settings. Not the charge settings, the other settings. So time and date's there, that's nice and easy. Go back, we've got lock function then, so I'm going to change this password, but I'm just turning these off at the moment. But you can have it whilst the EV is unplugged, it can be locked, or when the EV's plugged. So, and there's a timeout thing there, so that's that. And then what else we got? Internet, so this is what we're doing now. So we're going to go on the internet, we're going to click Wi-Fi, we're just going to check that then. So what you can do is basically sign into this network here using this this will appear as a Wi-Fi network. You just click on it on your phone, type in this password, and then you just follow the instructions. You can do it that way, and then just type in the password of your router. Or if you've got a WPS, what you do is come back out. So I think it's under advanced, down to system. I can't remember now. This is embarrassing, isn't it? Right, we'll show you the CTs anyway. The CTs, so if it were 3-phase, you'd have 3 CTs, or you can set these up to do different things, but if we go into this one, we will see that the CT's on and it's actually working, if you can see all that. Let's find this internet thing. Up in it. Having a bit of a mare, aren't I? I'm sure it's Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi config, that's it. And then WPS active. There we go. So you press that, and then you press that, and then you should get a little countdown, and we will press the WPS button on the router, and it should just pair up nice and easy. So what you'll find is, I'll show you the next bit, but it takes about 20 minutes or so for the route, well, it could do up to that, for the actual charger to connect to the server of Zappi, and then Zappi will give that a registration number, and it's that registration number you need to type in the app to actually get on the Zappi app and for it to monitor that way. So there we go. There we go. So now the Zappi is connected. So we'll just go on this menu down here. We'll go on information, and then if we go on the second page, which I'll just cover up a bit of it, but you've got your reg SN, and then you've got your reg code. So you type both of them in on the app, and then you can basically view the usage of your house and view the usage of your car. You can set like priorities up if you've got solar panels and eddies set up to it, stuff like that, solar diverters. So it's quite clever stuff really. Now then, so what we've done is open up the app, type that in there, so I'm just going to press next. It's going to connect to the location, and we should see this charger come online. So it says my home, but just call it Zappi. There's only one location. If you had like multiple houses or a fleet, that's it. But yeah, look at that. Just got the usage there. When you plug in the car, it'll know, and it'll tell you how much you're using that way. And then that's how much is being used by the grid currently, 0.2. So there we go, that's the Zappi installed and how to set up the app. So that's us done down here then. So we've got the Zappi working, we've got it run all the way around into the little Type A RCD, protected by the 40 amp breaker. We've just set it up on the app, so you saw how cool it is, you can do stuff. But yeah, you can add like eddies, which will basically, when the solar's, if you're going to be exporting to the grid, we get paid like 5 pence per unit instead of like 30 or 40 pence. You can actually use that power and shove it into like a heating element for a tank, so you can actually heat your hot water, which kind of saves a bit of money. So there's loads of cool stuff you can do with that, buying the different My Energy products, and it all integrates through the app. So it's quite clever stuff really. But if you want to know more about that, you can give me a shout or look on the My Energy website. But yeah, that's us done for today then. As always, I've got it from me and Finn, and I'll see you on the next one.